It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. So begins the story of two cities, London and Paris, and of people whose lives will intertwine in love, sacrifice, and revolution. In the late 18th century, while England enjoyed peace and prosperity, France teetered on the edge of collapse. And amid it all, one man, thought to be dead for 18 years, is found alive. Jarvis Lorry, a banker from Tellson's Bank, travels to Dover to meet a young woman named Lucy Manette. He brings incredible news. Her father, Dr. Alexandre Manette, long thought dead, has been released from the Bastille prison in Paris after 18 years. He is alive but broken. In a tiny attic in Paris, Dr. Manette is found. The years in prison shattered his mind. He makes shoes to calm himself, a skill he learned in captivity. When Lucy sees him, she weeps, but he barely recognizes her. Lucy and Mr. Lorry bring Dr. Manette to London. Slowly, with love and care, Lucy begins to restore her father's sanity. Their quiet life is soon disrupted when Lucy is called to testify in a court case, one that will entangle her fate forever. Charles Darnay, a Frenchman living in England, is on trial for treason. He's accused of passing secrets to France. But the case collapses when a lookalike, the cynical English lawyer Sydney Carton, points out how easily he could be mistaken for Darnay. Both Charles Darnay and Sydney Carton fall in love with Lucy Manette. Darnay is honorable, kind, and eventually marries her. Carton is brilliant but bitter, seeing in Lucy the goodness he believes he lost long ago. Meanwhile, in France, hunger grows. In the streets of Saint-Antoine, people boil leather shoes for soup. The revolution begins when the Bastille falls, a symbol of oppression destroyed in blood and fire. Madame Defarge is no ordinary revolutionary. She keeps a secret register of enemies to be executed, encoded in her knitting. Every stitch marks a name, every row a future death. Darnay, noble by birth, reveals a secret to Dr. Manette. He is actually the nephew of the Marquis Saint-Evremond, a cruel aristocrat whose crimes helped fuel the revolution. Despite this, Manette blesses the marriage. The Marquis Saint-Evremond, Darnay's uncle, is murdered in his bed by a peasant whose child was killed by the noble's carriage. The revolution is personal now, fueled by vengeance, not justice. Years later, Darnay learns that one of his former servants is imprisoned in revolutionary France. Against Lucy's pleas, he returns to Paris and is immediately arrested for being an Evremond. Paris is ruled by the Reign of Terror. Every day, carts carry dozens to the guillotine. Dr. Manette, using his reputation as a former Bastille prisoner, tries to save Darnay. But Madame Defarge wants Evremond's blood and will not stop. Sydney Carton travels to Paris, hatching a desperate plan. For the woman he loves, he will trade his life for another's. He visits Darnay in prison and switches places with him, using their uncanny resemblance. Carton walks calmly to the guillotine. As he approaches death, he thinks not of pain, but of peace, and of Lucy, safe. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. Lucy, Darnay, and their child escape to England. Dr. Manette, though shaken, lives out his days in quiet dignity. Sydney Carton's sacrifice is never forgotten by those he saved or by history. In a time of darkness, one man chose light. In a world of violence, one man chose love. And in two cities divided by fear, hope endured because of one forgotten soul who found his purpose at last.